put that again, students, don't worry. Okay, whatever recording is there, I will put it. Okay, this one I will make a separate YouTube video and tell you. Okay, is that clear, students? No doubts? Differential equation, linear, non-linear, ordinary, partial, ordinary, I will tell you now. Okay, I hope it is clear, students. No doubts here. Okay, you can give some examples to me also if you want. Okay, I'll give you some very difficult problem. Okay, now very difficult problem is nothing but it is long problem, that's it. Okay, for example, if I have this way d power 4 y by dx power 4 plus 3 times d square y by dx square to the power 5 plus 5y is equal to 0. Which type of equation is this? Linear or non-linear? Linear or non-linear, students?
Non-linear.
Non-linear. Very good, because there is y function which is multiplied by this. Fine, very good. Plus which order? Degree 1.
Degree 1.
Order 4.
4.
Simple. Another one. dy by dx plus y square is equal to sin x, or is equal to 5. Let us keep it simple. Linear or non-linear, students? Whether is this linear or non-linear?
Non-linear.
Very good. Which is the non-linear term? Y square is the
Y
non-linear.
square.
Okay, this is non-linear differential equation of degree 1 or order, first we say generally order 1, degree 1. Correct? This first order differential equation of degree 1. Easy? Clear? Simple? Okay. Next, let us do some. Okay, that's done. Okay, no doubts here, right? So what did we do till now? We saw importance of differential equations. Then we saw what are the what is meant by order of the differential equation. Highest order of differentiation in the differential equation is order of differential equation. Degree of the highest order of differentiation in a differential equation is a degree of the differential equation. Linear differential equation. When you say linear differential equation, dependent functions and its derivatives must be of degree 1. There must not exist any term which has dependent function multiplied by its derivatives. Okay. Third one, there must not be any transcendental functions of the dependent variable. Fine. These three things, if it is there, it is a linear differential equation. Otherwise, it is a non-linear differential equation. I hope it is clear, students. Okay. Fine. Next, we have seen some questions here. Okay. Next point. After this is over, let us see what is meant by partial differential equation and ordinary differential equation. Let us see this. 1 second, students. Ordinary differential equation. What is the difference between this? See, when you say partial differentiation generally, okay, if I say, for example, it is very important, thermodynamics and fluid mechanics, this partial differential equations. For example, if I say velocity is a function of x, y, z and time, this is the case. Now if I consider velocity varying only with x, I am not worried how it varies with y or z. Now if I consider a particular domain x, y, z, correct? Now velocity, can I write like this, students? X, y, z, correct? X, y, z, I can write it, right? So x, y, z, if I say, okay, the velocity varies as you go along x, it varies, go along y, it varies, go along z, it varies. But if I am worried about velocity varying only in x direction, I am going in x direction, I am seeing what is the variation of velocity, then I do partial. I say dou. Partial we say. I will say dou actually. I use this particular word, okay. But people use dou, some people use deba. I will use dou only because I am used to it, okay. Or partial, okay. Standard case is partial, okay. Partial velocity by x. Partial of velocity with respect to x will be given, okay. That would be dou x of f of x, y, z. Dou x of f of x, y, z and time. This is called partial. That means there is variation in y, z and time, but I am not worried about it. That is partial. Now, when you say absolute, when you say exact, okay, the function velocity, if it is a function of only x, if it is a function of only x and nothing else, okay, it is not a function of anything else, then I can write this as dv by dx. I can write dv by dx. That means I can take the partial with respect to x. I hope it is clear, students. Okay, and here it means velocity is only a function, sole function of x, nothing else. Okay, later on we will see how do we take acceleration when these things are there. There is something called total differentiation, where you say dv by dx is equal to, there is a big term which comes there when it is still a function of all these variables. Those things we will see later, but right now this much is enough. When you say partial, it means velocity may be function of other variables, but we are considering only the function of one variable. Now in a differential equation, if there are all the partials being there, then it is called partial differential equation. If they are ordinary differentiation, then it is called ordinary differential equation. Very simple. Okay, nothing great in that. Okay, done. Another point. What do you mean by particular solution? Now, what do you mean by particular solution? Do you mean by particular solution? Now, let us take an example. Let us say dy by dx is equal to 5. Very simple. Okay, simple question. Now, what I can do? I can write dy is equal to 5 dx, and I can integrate that. When you integrate, I get 5 is equal to 5y is equal to 5x plus a constant. Now 5, this is a simple equation, dy by dx is equal to 5. I get the solution. This is the differential equation. Let us understand basics first. You don't think I am doing simple questions, I am telling you how it is to be done. Okay, so this is basic equation. This is the solution. Generally we call it general solution. What do we call it? We call it general solution. Now this general solution has arbitrary constants. Why we call it general solution? We will see in a moment. Okay, arbitrary constants. Now what does this mean? This means slope is 5. What does that mean? It means slope is 5. Now in y and x, if I take this, if I take x and y, the differential equation means I have a slope 5. Means it can be anywhere. What is slope 5? Slope 5 means when I go x1, y will go 5 times. That's it. So this is the slope. And this slope can be anywhere, students. This slope can be anywhere. Now when I integrate, what I get? Y is equal to 5x is the equation. But now where should I start from? So for starting, I need some conditions. I will not say boundary condition or initial conditions. I will not say. I will say depending on conditions. Depending on conditions. Okay. What I can get? I can give a condition that for y is equal to 2, okay, or y is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. Okay, y is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. That means when y is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. I start from here. So I start from this condition and then I go y is equal to 5 times x. This is a slope. So what happens? Y is equal to, when I solve this, I will get the equation y is equal to 5x plus 2, because when y is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 I have written. That means what I can do is, actually I should go in the other way around. X is equal to, it's okay, fine, okay. So when I solve this, what I will get, depending on this condition, I get c is equal to how much? Y is equal to 0, is it not? I will get x is equal to 2, c is equal to 5 into 2 minus, correct? I will get minus 10, correct? That means I will start, that means it is, see, this is the equation of a straight line. This is the intercept on y. What is the intercept on y? That's why I did straight lines initially. Intercept of y is minus 10. And then from here I start, I will go as a line like this. I will go as a line, observe. This is a particular solution. This is a particular solution. Particular solution depends on the initial condition. There might be some other condition where I have to start from here. So when I say general solution, it represents a lot of lines. With infinite number of lines it represents. General solutions means there are infinite possibility. There might be infinite number of lines which are there. But when you say particular solution, it means I am specifying a particular thing. I am specifying a particular solution. That is why it is called particular solution. So y is equal to 5x plus, so 5x minus 10. 5x minus 10 is a particular solution. Is a particular solution. Is it clear, students? Simple. Okay. So 5x minus 10 is a particular solution. So what happens? In a general solution, there will be arbitrary constants. Depending on conditions, we find out the value of these arbitrary constants. And when we plug in the value of the arbitrary constants in the general solution, we get particular solution. Easy? Simple? Clear, students? Any doubts here? Let it trickle in. Any doubts here? Easy? Fine. Shall I move? Next point. Okay. Another point about differential equation is, see, any general differential equation can be written as yn plus yn minus 1, okay, say an into yn minus 1, an minus 1 into yn minus 1 plus so on up till I can say a1 y dash or a2 y double dash plus a1 y dash plus a naught is equal to 0. This is a general ordinary differential equation of the nth order. Okay. Now, when we do the solutions, when we do the general solution involves n arbitrary constants. It involves n arbitrary constants, because first order equation we get one constant, second order equation we get say two constants, n order equation n arbitrary constants. Now the question is, how will we find the solution to these? How do we find out the particular solution? There are two ways. One is called one way is called initial value problem. One way is to call initial value problem. Another one is boundary value problem. Is that called? It is called boundary value problem. What is the difference between initial value problem and boundary value problem? This is generally called IVP and this is called BVP. Do you know that, students, right now? Now, without this course, if anybody was asked this question, okay, what is initial value problem? They will say it is with related to time. It is not right. Okay, boundary value problem means boundaries, not right. Okay, now when you find out the solutions, in case of BVP, what happens when you have n differential equations, nth order differential equation? What will happen is, if you have a domain, say y and x only, okay, y and x only, x and y only, okay. Now what is required for us? We have to find out a curve, a particular curve, is it not? Now if the differential equation of the nth order is there, the solution is of the nth order, correct? What is solution? Solution is y is equal to f of x. If you put, the solution is done. Okay. Now if it is an nth order differential equation, this is an nth order curve, correct? This relates to nth order curve. See how easy it is. Okay, nth order differential equation is involved with nth order curve. Now this nth order curve has all the arbitrary constants which are there. An, you can have like this, okay, Cn x raised to n plus Cn minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 and so on. And then you will have C, you can say C1 x plus C0 is equal to 0. This is the nth order solution of nth order differential equation. Okay. Now if I say at different boundaries, if I say what is the value of that, say here if it is nth order curve, I will say at x is equal to x1, y is equal to y1, at x is equal to x2, y is equal to y2, and so on. X is equal to xn, y is equal to yn. Because there are n constants, you need n equations, correct? There are n constants, you need n equations. You say at different places what is the value. Then this kind of equation is called boundary value problem. What is that called? It is called boundary value problem, where you say at different points of the curve what is the value. If it is an nth order curve, you need n equations. If it is a first order curve, one equation is enough, correct? That's what we have done here. You see, it was first order, one equation is there. Second order, say d square y by dx square is equal to constant. You can solve this. We will do that later. Okay, d square y by dx square is equal to constant. What you will get? dy by dx is equal to cx. Then again you integrate. Dy by dx is equal to, first one is dy by dx is equal to c1x. Then you differentiate again. You will get y is equal to c1 x square by 2 plus c2. Correct? Like that. Okay. So you can differentiate that. You know how to differentiate, is it not? Sorry, you know how to integrate. Okay. So you will get two constants. You have to say two constants, right? Like the previous class what we did in ballistic problems. We need two constants. If it is a second order, if it's a first order, one constant is enough. Okay. Like that. Okay. So that is what is meant by boundary value. You say at different places what is the value of x versus and y. That's it. Next one. These both boundary value and initial value we have used in our ballistic class in mechanics last class. Okay. So both are very, very, very important, students. Okay. So let us see next one. Okay. Another point. What you mean by initial value problem? Let us see. What do you mean by initial value problem? Initial value problem, same thing. Solution is coming as c1 x power n or cn x power n plus cn minus 1 x power n minus 1 plus so on. Okay, that value is y. That's what is the thing. I said 0 here. I'm sorry. It's not 0. It is y. The value of y is that. Correct. That is the solution. Correct. So it is equal to y. Okay. Now here, in case of initial value problem, what we do is, we are not worried about all the points. We talk about initial point, one point we take. Okay. In this, we say what is y at a particular x. That is, when x is equal to x1, y is equal to y1. First point. Second, at the same point, when x is equal to x1, dy by dx is equal to y1 dash. So we give the slope, first slope. Second, x is equal to x1, we say d square y by dx square is equal to y1 double dash. We give values for that. Okay, so what we do, we give different slopes at the same point. At the same point, we say all the slopes which are there. What is the first slope? What is the slope of the slope? What is the slope of the slope of the slope? Like that we go. That is called the initial value problem. Any doubts here, students? This is called the initial value problem, where you are at the same point and you see all the slopes. Through the slopes, you find out the arbitrary constants. That is called initial value problem. Any doubts here, students? And you remember, this we have used in mechanics. Correct? We have used it in mechanics, is it not? Today's class. Correct? Are you realizing that? Both of these we have used. Okay? Any doubts here, students? I will give you a 2 minutes break so that you could grasp these things. Done? Are you clear with that? Okay. Can I go forward, students? Is it clear? I want a response, students, because my class is good on response only.
Yes, yes.
Clear, no? Fine. Okay. Now let me go further. Next, there is something called mixed value problem. There is something called mixed value problem. Let us see what is that. Fine, I'm sorry. Okay. So mixed value problem. What is mixed value problem? Mixed value problem means you have both initial value as well as final value. Okay. In the sense that, like this, if you have x, you have y. Okay. And you have a slope. We give slope at few points and we give points, value at some points. You say y at x is equal to x1. Okay, y is equal to y1, x is equal to x2, y is equal to, or dy by dx, or x is equal to x1, I can say dy by dx is equal to y1 dash. Then I can say x is equal to x2, y is equal to y2, and x is equal to x3, dy by dx is equal to y3 dash. Like this I can go. Mixed value problem. Okay, where I use initial values as well as boundary values. That is slope as well as, this is called mixed value problem, MVP. Is that clear, students? What is initial value? What is boundary value? What is mixed value? These are asked a lot of times in interviews. Okay, I hope it's clear, students. Maybe asked in exams also, we do not know. Okay, till now they are not asked, but possibility that they might have asked in some exams which we do not know. Okay, or they may ask next time. Okay, so GATE exams are more and more becoming concept related. You have concepts, you clear GATE. You don't have concepts, you don't clear GATE. Okay, It is not just arbitrary solving problems. Okay, so that has to be understood. Okay, so that is done. Okay, so initial value non-linear. We have got degree. We have said what is particular solution, what is explicit solution, what is implicit solution. Linear, non-linear, initial value, boundary value, mixed value problems. Done. Next we will go with a simple one, which is called solution. Okay, so we are going with the solutions now. Now we will first consider solution of first order and first degree. Okay, or single degree. First degree is not correct. Okay, first order and single degree differential equation. Okay, first order single degree differential equation. Let us do that. So in this, what are we going to do is, we are seeing equations that are variable separable. Equations that are variable separable. First one is that what we see. Then second one, we will see what is homogeneous functions, not differential equation, homogeneous functions. Okay, next third one, I can say differential equation involving homogeneous functions. Okay, I can say differential equations involving homogeneous functions. Then differential equation involving non-homogeneous functions. Homogeneous functions, non-homogeneous functions, reducible to homogeneous one. Reducible to homogeneous. Then fourth one, we will see exact differential equations, which is very important for thermodynamics students, and a lot of the thermodynamics as well as fluid mechanics. Exact differential equations. Okay, then we will say fifth one, non-exact differential equation, reducible to exact. Okay, next sixth one, we will say some of the linear differential equations. Linear, all are linear only. Here non-linear also can be solved. I'm sorry. Okay, linear first order equations. Some of them are there which cannot be solved using these things. Okay, we will see that. First order equation. Seventh one, we will see Bernoulli's equation. This actually, there are a lot of things there. Okay, so we will see that, which is actually non-linear differential equation, how to solve it. We will see that. Okay, now here we are not worried about linear or non-linear. Keep in mind, in between I may get linear, I may get non-linear. Okay, if it is linear differential equation, it's okay. Non-linear, it's okay. There are various ways to solve. How to solve it, we will see it. Okay, first of all, in this first case, we will see solution by separating variables. Solution by separating variables. How to solve differential equation by separating variables. Okay, now general form of variable separation equation is like this. Okay, general form of differential equations M-nable to solutions by separating variables. Separating variables. Let us see this. this can be written in the form of f of x into g of y dx plus f of x into g of y dy is equal to 0. If I can say in this fashion, say it as equation number 1, if I have the differential equation in this form, then it can be, solution can be done by separating variable. How? Let us see. What we can do here, we can write here f of x g of y dx is equal to f of x g of y dy minus, correct? Now I can write here f of x by small f of x dx is equal to minus of g of y into capital G of y into dy, correct? So I can integrate this. I can see this is equal to f of x by small f of x dx plus g of y into capital G of y into dy. You can integrate this and say that is equal to some constants. I hope you get this, students. This is the solution. Which solution? General solution. Particular solution can be found if there are some conditions which are given. This is what is called general solution. What is the degree of this? What is the order here, students? First order. There is no d square y by dx square here, so it's first order only. Okay, linear or non-linear? This is linear. Okay, there might be case where it is non-linear. Why? Here, if g of y becomes y square, it becomes non-linear. So I am worried here. I am considering linear as well as non-linear differential equation. In separate variable separable so types of solution, it is possible to solve non-linear differential equation also, provided it is first order. Okay, fine. You have written this down, students. Write it down. Write it down. Do not miss it. If I go further, stop me and write it. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you some time, students. This is one of the easiest one. You will solve it by yourself. Okay, let us solve some equations. Now, one solution I said I had it in my mind, so let me do it. Okay, so if I have, say, I did it wrong. Okay, let me have dy by dx is equal to x. Simple equation. That time what did we have? Dy by dx is equal to constant. Here you see it was dy by dx is equal to constant here. So we are increasing in order. Okay, so solve this. If you see, okay, solve first simple one. Okay, dy by dx is equal to x. If I say dy by dx is equal to x, that means dy is equal to x dx separated. Then I can say y is equal to x square by 2 plus a constant, correct? Or I can say 2y, or I can say, yeah, this is how it is. Y is equal to x square plus 2. Now, how is this equation, students? If you see, what does it refer to? It refers to what type of solution? Parabola, is it not, students? Let us plot it. You have to start from a point. Okay, say at x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. If I start with that, c is equal to 0. Then this is a particular solution starting from here. X, y, correct? Y is equal to x square means what? At x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. At x is equal to 2, y is equal to 4. At x is equal to 3, y is equal to 9. Similar way minus, it goes like this. By 2 is there 2 times. Okay, fine. Okay, so you can have 2 is coming here. Okay, that creates a trouble. So you can say at x is equal to 1, y is equal to half. correct? At x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2. At x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4.5, like that it goes, okay? And plus or minus. So this is a parabola. So you see, you get a parabola in this fashion, correct? So it is a solution. Y is equal to x square. Now here, this can be plus x minus x. But you cannot have minus y here. You cannot have minus y. At any cost, you cannot have minus y. So whenever an equation is written, try to imagine how the solution is. Okay. Can we have other solutions for this? Can we have minus y here, students? Yes, we can have if we start somewhere from here. C is minus some. It starts at x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus. I can start from here. Then it goes like this. These are set of solutions like this. It can come. Correct. So these are some of the particular solution and your general solution. This is a general solution. Easy. So this way you have to understand. Okay. Now let us solve some complicated problem. Okay. Solve second one. Solve. This is the first one. Second one. Solve. Say tan x into sine square y dx plus cos square x into cot y dy is equal to 0. Complicated, students. Solve it. Very, very complicated. Correct? Complicated means you have a lot of functions. That's it. It becomes complicated. Correct? So first simple, then complicated. This is for the students, for teacher to solve in the class. This is for student to solve in the exam. Okay? This is what generally the students in engineering college, the faculty in engineering college do. They solve the simple question in the class. In the actual exam, they will ask you this question. So how do you solve this, students? First separate the variables, that's it. Okay? So what you can do here is, we can write tan x. You can separate. How will you separate, students? You write tan x, okay, into sine square y dx is equal to minus cos square x cot y dy. What you do, you bring cot y here, you say sine square y divided by, I can say here, yes, so I can say sine square y divided by tan x, I'm sorry, I can say tan x divided by cos square x, correct, dx is equal to, I'll bring this side, okay, let it be here. I will say here minus cot y divided by sine square y dy, correct? Or I can write tan x into sec square x dx plus cot y into cosec square y dy is equal to 0. How will you solve this, students? Stuck? Stuck, is it? What will you do when you're stuck? Come students, come on students. Tell me what is the answer here. The way is, when you differentiate tan, what is d of dx of tan x? What is that, students? What is d of dx of tan x? Come on students. It is sec square x, is it not? So what is d of tan x? D of tan x is equal to sec square x dx. Correct? So wherever sec square x dx is there, let me replace this by tan x into d of tan x. Correct? Plus here cot y into d of cot y. This is equal to 0. Now what is the answer here? Simple. Tan x into dx. It is like x dx. When you integrate, what you will get? X square by 2. Is it not? So here what I will get? I will get tan square x by 2 plus cot square y by 2 is equal to constant. That is answer. Easy. Got it, students? How to do it? Simple.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now another simple problem like this only I will tell you. Solve it. Have you written this down? Yeah. Now let us solve a very, very simple problem. Okay. Solve. Tell me when it is time. Okay. I sometimes don't see time. And the 15 minutes is there, so we can solve around 4 or 5 problems now. Okay. Solve. Dy by dx is equal to e power 2x minus y plus x cube into e power minus y. So simple, is it not, students? Solve it and tell me the answer. You have to solve it by yourself. Another problem also I'll put it here. This is solve 1. Solve 2. Dy by dx is equal to sine square x minus y plus 1. Yes. People who have got the solution for this, go for the next.
Sir, could you go to the previous one?
Yes. In differential equation, we will solve a lot of problems, students. Okay. In the class only we will solve, because it's easy, and every time it comes 1 or 2 marks, it comes for sure. Okay. And easy problems comes. Don't think tough problem comes. No, easy problem comes. Here in the class I am doing tough problems, because I have to prepare you for any exam.
So can we show the second question?
Yes.
That sine square is equal.
First one you got? You solved the first one?
Yes, sir. E to the power y is e to the power y is equal to e to the power 2x by 2 plus x to the power 4 by 4.
Very good, student.
Plus.
Very good. Okay, right answer. It's easier one to solve that fashion. Okay, because you have solved it. Okay. Now this one, how will you solve? Think. Substitution. Substitute this as something else. Z is equal to x minus y plus 1. You can see. Then you can write how dy and dx can be there. So you can say in this fashion, I can say dz by dx is equal to 1 minus dy by dx plus 1. So this cancels. So you have to try it out, students. It is not that at once you get. Direct is substituting this with some other thing, is it not? You may get the answer there itself. Okay. So dz by dx is equal to dy by dx. So what you will do? Instead of dy by dx, you will put minus dz by dx. I'm sorry, there is a minus here. Okay, so what happens? You substitute minus dz by dx is equal to sine square z. Now separate and solve the problem, then substitute. That's it. So the answer you will get here is tan z, because sec square you get. Okay, so you get tan z is equal to x plus c. So since tan z you get x plus c, wherever z is there you substitute. That will become tan of x minus y plus 1 is equal to x plus c. This is a solution. Implicit or explicit, students? This is a implicit solution. You cannot separate x and y. This is implicit solution. Similarly, this one was also implicit or explicit. This is an explicit solution. Correct? So while we do it only, I will tell you what is meant by explicit, what is meant by implicit. Especially in FEM it will be very useful. Okay. Actually, we have not been, our mathematics is not strong in the first 2 years. Otherwise, finite element methods or CFD, these are all easy for us. Or maybe robotics. I don't know, some people take robotics in their this one and they will not know simple kinematics and they will say robotics I have done. Okay. So basics, if you miss, fancy titles, fancy what you say subjects will not have any value. No controls without differential equations. No controls without control engineering. You cannot do it without differential equation or the knowledge of the basics. Okay, if you are worried about control systems controlling a rocket, then you should have idea about particle mechanics, that is particle in the sense particle mechanics. When they say they go with the subatomic particles, no, particle in the sense bigger one. Okay, and then you have to know what is fluid mechanics properly. Continuum mechanics you should know properly. Correct? If you don't know continuum mechanics, what is the use of having all these things? Correct? Then in the final year you write root locus, you say Nyquist plot, you don't know why Nyquist plot is there, why root locus is there. Okay. Block diagrams, signal flow graphs, you get the answer, you get 90%. The student who has got 90% doesn't have any knowledge. Okay. So anybody who did not get the solution for the first one? No? Fine. Second one you have got the answer. Is there anybody who did not get the answer for the second one? Done? I want response, students. When you say go further, I will go further.
So second one, can you explain again?
Sure. See here. The second one, can you see over here, students? My head is coming back, is it not? Beyond this you can see, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So here let me put this. Okay. So if I have this becomes dy by dx is equal to, I'll come here. Okay, dz by dx. Okay. So this will come as this becomes, sorry, here wait a minute, have I done some mistakes here, students? What was the solution? Okay, here I'm sorry here, student, this is wrong here. Okay, this is wrong, it's a mistake, because when you differentiate x you get 1 only. Yes, correct, I'm sorry, 1 dz1 and this is 0. This is the mistake. 1 when you differentiate you get 0, is it not? So there was a mistake. So dz by dx is actually equal to, or you can say dy by dx, dy by dx would be equal to, here we would get dz by dx. Okay, this will come like this. So 1 minus, okay, I can say this is equal to 1 minus dz by dx. Correct? So wherever dy by dx is there, I should put 1 minus dz by dx is equal to sine square z. Okay, so now this I can write it as dz by dx is equal to I can say it is equal to 1 minus sine square z, and this 1 minus sine square z is actually cos square z, correct? Now then you can solve it, students. Try to solve it from here. I'm sorry, my bad, I made a mistake here. Small silly mistakes. You are not supposed to make it. I can afford silly mistakes. Yes. And you learn by my silly mistakes where you can go wrong. So all the silly mistakes you have to write it down, students. First silly mistake is differentiating. When you differentiate a constant, you have to get 0. That silly mistake we do always. Silly mistake 1. Everywhere we do. Silly mistake 1. Okay. That differentiating constant is equal to 0. Very important. Silly mistake 1. Like that you have to write silly mistakes one by one. Another silly mistakes you have generally in this one. Instead of diameter taking radius, or instead of radius taking diameter in the calculations. When you are pressurized, no, these kind of mistakes will happen. You don't see the question properly. Instead of diameter you will put radius, instead of radius you will put diameter. Like this you have to make a list of silly mistakes. When you prepare for a competitive exam, you have to be meticulous, students, otherwise you will miss. Okay, if you are not meticulous, you can, and you have put a lot of efforts, you can go till 50, not more than that. Okay, but if you are meticulous and you prepare like this for the exam, only then you can score more than 50. Okay, yes. Okay, students, then no doubts, then we can go further. We can stop the class now. Okay, day after tomorrow we will day after tomorrow is in the next week. Every time differential equation, 1 week afterwards we will go. Okay, and I will give you some solution of variable separation form. I will give you a question paper sheet, okay, which you have to solve, okay, in your free time. There is no rush here because I will do it in 2-3 days. I will give you that, so you should be able to solve those things. Okay, and if you have doubts, you come back to me. Okay, thank you, students. No doubts, right? Is there any doubt, students? Can I stop the
No,
class?
sir.
Thank you.